Hey everybody, and welcome to this episode of Airport CEO. Now, I believe King Joe Boss has requested for another an Airport CEO video, so I'm going to, of course, do his wishes and, of course, make that video. Of course, here we have all of our workers, so we're going to give them some chores before we get too far into it. So, last time I believe what we did from memory was we upgraded this road to be asphalt, I think it was. I think we made it asphalt. Can't remember. No, made it concrete, that's right. So, made it into concrete. With that, we've made it that it's easier to of course, land planes and do runways and all that. Of course, we set up a extra depot. I believe what we're doing was we're also setting up a extra fuel tank storage area. So actually we'll go ahead and do that right now before we get too far into it, because otherwise we're going to get stuck on what we're going to do and forget about, unfortunately, what the actual real thing was that we were doing. So let's go ahead and build a small but apparently big, too far from fuel depot or fuel depot not attached. Serious? It has to be like this is not for that. You can't have a one. Okay. Or A1. But, oh, hold on. But that's A1. What? How the... Okay, so that's A1, right? And that is... I guess, I don't know why the tank is... Why is the tank empty? Come on, request extra fuel. I don't understand why we have that, but anyway. What we were doing last time as well, we were setting up the restaurant slash cafe store, as well as the actual store. I believe what we require to do, if I bring up the tablet, which I believe is one of these buttons. That's H, that's G, that's okay. Nope. Okay. How do I bring up the tablet again? Oh, over here. Alright. So tutorial, international airport. Unlock an adjacent land by clicking on the padlock. Extend a runway to 800 meters and allow medium-sized aircraft. Build a medium stand. Enable A1 fuel service. And refuel 5 commercial flights. Okay, so it seems like we will need to unlock a few things, so let's go ahead and start that up. And hopefully, this is data. Economy, here we go, procedure man, here we go. So operation, and here we'll be able to, it's now saying enabled and disabled whenever, oh nice. Okay, so economy, we're going to procedurement. Going to unlock the baggage handling, and we're going to yeah, we're gonna do that. Now, how much do I have? I have 700,000. It's 750,000 and 738,000. Need to make some more money. I'm gonna go completely broke with this payment. So maybe if I build an extra section, I don't know. I know I've got to make a aircraft stand for a medium-sized aircraft. Now, this is how big it is. So if I was going to have it, I wouldn't have it there, and I wouldn't have it there. Definitely not. So I would probably extend this out. If I'm gonna have to buy this before I get the airplanes in, though, I would probably build a whole different section so that people can't check in here. They actually have to go all the way over here to be able to check in here. Of course, I'll have a little tunnel that's, you know, a terminal here, so that people can, of course, come in through this road that's apparently coming out of grass. Have a road maybe coming from here, going over to here, and then up to here, which will be like the medium-sized planes, and then we'll go all the way over here, which will be like the large international kind of planes. I guess that would be how it goes. I'm not too sure exactly, but I'm gonna say that we need we're gonna have big areas, but I'm not too sure. So let's go ahead and we can't really extend this runway until we actually, of course, you know, get the extra land. So what we can do though is I don't want the zones coming up, is we can probably, just seeing what we can do here, there's a whole massive area here that's just not being used, so, oh wait, no, I can make that be like baggage terminal. That's fine. I can make that baggage pickup or whatever. Or this area. It really does not matter. We will figure it out for that. Let's say. And the only reason I'm going to say let's say is because all these workers need to work. We've already lost a hell of a lot of money, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at a contract, see what contracts we can have. Actually, we will need to look at our flight planner first to see how crappy it is with flights. I'm going to say that we can possibly have a few I'm gonna expect that we can possibly have a few general aviation flights. So is asphalt really the... No, asphalt's not the highest, is it? It's concrete. Oh, I can't remember. I'm gonna name this runway 1 and go ahead with that. Ooh, God, that was horrible. I've now named it as oh God, no, I have not. Runway 1. With that, I'm going to repair it. I'm going to repair this. I'm going to repair this. Going to repair this. I'm going to repair this. I'm going to repair this, and I'm going to repair this. So everything's at 100% now. That's at 100%, and that's at 100%. So that's good. Let's have a look here. Jet. Does it have to be on a certain side? Is that what it is? Is I can't have it on that side because I don't know, it doesn't match up. I'm tempted to just buy another one and see if that's possibly it, but why not? Let's go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna casually add a medium one, like right here. Actually, I will probably have it that it's over here. Make it there, and then I'll add a fuel tank here. Okay, so you have to add it to the side of it. You can't add it to that side of it, whatever it is. But once I double check that, I'm going to, of course, make sure that this gets built promptly, because you know, can't really run an airport without anything being built. So once this gets built, then we'll be all hunky-dory. 767,000. We can unlock it. I want to, but I'm afraid that I'm going to lose a lot of money. We would probably have to skip a few days before, you know, things actually got done. But you know, we'll wait. I'm gonna say that the fuel trucks are coming in. Yep, the fuel truck is coming in. Now that's gonna be that. Okay, so that's apparently a small. That can't be a small. That's a medium. That's gotta be a medium. Okay, fuel depot small. Yeah, I didn't think it was a small. I'm gonna call it that, depot 1. And I'm gonna go A1 fuel depot. Alright, so that seems like it's linked. We've got 100% of both of them. And an extra tank just in case things fail. Of course, I would probably, if I'm going to have a fail-safe of that, I'm probably best to have a fail-safe of this. So I'm going to A1 fuel depot 1S for small, I guess. 1L for large. Or S1. Yeah, so S1, M1, I'm going to M1 S1. S1. So I'm gonna go have gas 100 LL. And that's gonna be fuel depot M1, S1. S1? Yeah, it should be S1. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to say that that is going to be completed. Depot 1, Depot 2. I'm at about 823,000. I'm going to go ahead and buy that section of land, and I'm going to have 73,000 left over. So with that, I'm going to, of course, upgrade it to the east by 2 times. I'm not too sure if that's allowing it to become a medium or not. So let's to 800 meters. So 800 meters. What is it at the moment? 676. Okay, so currently we'll be able to allow medium, but oh no, we don't. We can't. I am going to say that we're going to have to allow more money to come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, skip ahead pretty much to maybe the next day. Oh, hey, baggage handling services arrived. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it here. Well, not pause it, but I'm going to get it to rush through maybe a whole day. So when it comes to being, of course, maybe tomorrow, we will be able to, of course, filter that, like, to, of course, have the money to be able to do things then. Of course, I don't know how much I'm making per day, but it seems to be quite a bit, as I'm able to, of course, get from up to, of course, 800, just over $800,000 from $750,000 quite quickly. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead with it quite quickly and get that pretty much skipped straight to the part. So I will see you very shortly. Alright, we are back. So apparently every day makes us about roughly $1 million. With that, at the start of every day, we're in the minuses by $53,000. By not even 9 AM, we're already in the positives by $6,000. I don't know if that the calculations are out, or I've got a good airport system going currently, because like that is pretty good for as far as I'm understanding. Now that means that we've got something good going. We need to keep it that way. So now that we have the expansion of this part, as well as being able to, you know, just update this until, you know, maybe the end of the end of as long as we are allowed to. One more. Actually, how long until we? That's fine. Okay, so it seems like I don't know if I can go that way. No, I can't go that way. So, $7,000 for repair costs. Okay. So this is the in and out of the terminal. Now, with that, I'm gonna have to, of course, make a runway for the aircrafts. Now, let's have a look. We're gonna make it high quality. We're gonna make it that it goes all the way down to roughly here. So that to there. How far is this? 5. So five widths is the current one. With that being said, now that's about roughly the middle. Sink is broken and needs to be repaired. Okay, so we should be okay. Good on you, Urban. That is a weird name to call your son, but sure. What we're gonna do is we're gonna, as we are able to, I'm gonna demolish these lights. And I'm going to add new ones. Just because I can, really. I think it's more I can do it, but yeah, I'm going to do it. But let's add them down here as well. Of course, we're not gonna leave them out. Let's put it here as well, and over here. I don't know if I can have them that close. I don't know. What did I do with these lights over here? Did I separate them? Okay, so I kind of matched them up to the sides and on the first part. So it kind of matched in with those kind of things. So there and there. Okay, so with that being said, we now have that. Now, technically, what I was thinking was maybe I could possibly do like a road like this up maybe a side, but now I can't do that because technically the runway runs across both areas. So I think what I'll do is I'll try and make it that we can cross over at one point, and make it that we can continue, I guess. With that being said, we'd have to make it that, of course, these lovely lights would have to, of course, accommodate that to be able to allow that it can go straight through. So what I'm going to do is, just to prepare for it, I'm not going to actually do much about it, but I'm going to prepare for it, and that's just to go to the edge, and I mean literally just to the edge. It's not going to do anything until we actually open that section up, but that's fine. I don't mind that, because at least we've got it prepared, and I'd rather be prepared than underprepared. Of course, I know there's a massive, huge gap between these areas. I will get to that, but for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a terminal here, maybe, that has some medium planes, being able to come in and land. Then we'll have our large planes probably to land over here, depending on what we're going to set up. So we will, of course, wait for that time to come around, but apparently it's 9,695 to repair that. But okay. Runway 1 is a runway that's operating pretty much all the time, so what I'm going to try and do is that we can... I want to push the runway all the way up to the top. So let me go and see about this, and I guess we'll find out what we're going to do next to be able to make sure that that can be done. Of course, I'm going to go back to the tutorial and quickly see what we need to, of course, get. Extend the runway to 800 meters and allow medium-sized aircraft, build a medium stand. Okay, so I'm going to allow it, meaning that that should be a task that's clicked off. And I am going to build a terminal about a similar size. So I'm just going to grab an aspect of 30 by 22. Okay. So I'm going to say that the aircraft stand we're going to need a medium. I'm going to go high quality just to make it that it's easier and straight into it. I'm thinking maybe with that fuel station I'm going to move that to be against the building and move it down across the building so that we can have maybe a depot here as well. So we'll have some runs coming in from down here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to go about there-ish, I guess. It's in line with that, so I'm going to say, yeah, fine. Oh, you know what? I'm having to do this. If I'm gonna do that, I've got to make sure that it's going to be able to fit what I want to have there. So let's take away that medium stand, take away that, put this here, put this here, put this... Oh, we're already out of money, and we haven't even gotten to the goods part yet. Okay, so of course large stands is probably going to go all around the airport, depending. I might even have to, once we come down to it, destroy this runway and move it up to the end, and then have another runway that's, you know, a little bit long but able to do medium flights. So one's large, one's going to be medium, one's going to be small, for example. The small will come down to, of course, like, the small and mediums can probably come into here. The large probably can come into the medium, and of course the medium can go into large. So probably make a big ass terminal here that's medium and large, all in one terminal. But make it that it's possible and accessible for everyone and everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a weird jank-ass, you know, setup here. So bear with me whilst I do this. I'm going to make it that this is here. I'm going to, yes, I will do this. So I'm going to make it that we can actually have, actually no, I'm going to make it just a sidewalk. If they want to get into this terminal from here, they're going to have to get out and then come in through security again. That pretty much is like how Brisbane Airport is, because you've got a domestic one and then you've got an international one. So technically the small planes could be like the domestic ones, and then the medium and large would be the international ones. So let's do that. We're going to go ahead and do that straight away. So let's do this very quickly, and let me just figure out what we need to do next now that we've got, of course, a terminal that's going to be built. We actually have to wait until it's built. So So actually, I must admit, I did not actually read any of this. I just went, okay, this is the requirements we need. So, tip: in order to unlock more procurement options, you will need to hire a procurement director. This person has valuable contacts and knows how to get a hold of certain technology and assets. So, yeah, that seems about right. So, what I'm going to... So, step 1 was expand the airport. Time to extend your small regional airport and attract some higher rated airline contracts. We need to build a medium stand and extend runway to accommodate the larger jets that will land soon. All commercial flights use the Jet A1 fuel, so we might as well unlock this fuel type and build a fuel depot just like we did with the Avgas 100LL, so that's fine. So the next step, it looks like it because it's so grayed out, I gotta read this with a kind of like a squinted eye view, but step 2, build a shop. What is an airport without duty-free or finances? Finances? Right now, your passengers are just awaiting around with a lot of money in their wallet. This is an excellent business idea and can be a great source of additional income, but now you should be more or less familiar with building and constructing, so let's get started with below checklist. Alright, so I believe from the looks of it, they all have green, so we'll probably skip straight to step 3, which is build a basic conveyor belt system. So we have one thing done out of that whole thing. I'm guessing from the view it'd probably be that unlock it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Actually a pretty cool airport, having it like that. But just one thing is that this down the middle here, planes wouldn't be able to access that. But this is pretty good. But anyway, let's be right back and get into this building of the international airport. So we're going to go and, of course, do a lovely time blitz onto getting this built. But whilst that actually, whilst it is actually going on, I was going to do a time lapse, and then I realized that maybe I should give you guys an update of what's actually happening. So everybody, I do have a little bit of an update about what's happening with, of course, the Grand Theft Auto the 5MRP community of the Australian National Security Roleplay community, which is actually part of the Aussie Gamers. So of course you can go and check out the AussieGamers.com. And that is actually one of our sites. So every community that we have underneath that site, it goes underneath that site. If we are, of course, either a part of it or we actually own it. So if we're in a group, for example, we have a group of an American Truck Simulator. We don't actually own it, but we do manage a section of it and assist with, of course, testing. So we have added it to, of course, the list of people we handle. So on that website, do check it out. Make sure, of course, to get as much information you want and you require, but also keep in mind that we need to advise you guys of when an update is going to be published about the roleplay community, and to find that out is by going to the actual website. We're going to actually have a countdown on the website for when the access to the website is going to be available. Not just access, but to be able to get onto the server and everything. So if you guys want to go and check that out, do go check it out. So the link will be actually in the description. I'm going to make it that it goes to the Aussie Gamers. That way you can actually go and check that out. So everybody, I hope that you're enjoying your time. Of course, with the NSRP, I think actually due to this video actually coming out like literally tonight, I'm recording this and then literally finishing it, editing it, and then uploading it. So everybody, I hope that you and appreciate that you are, of course, watching this video with appreciation and everything. So with that being said, I would like to announce that we are looking for ANSRP to be launched on 5M and on the website by mid-September. Mid-September meaning about maybe the 16th of September, something like that. So remember about that, check it out. Of course, we will get to that, and of course you'll see that. Sink is broken and needs to be repaired. Where is this sink? Okay, so apparently sinks like to break a lot. Okay, so that incident tracker is done. Actually, where is this incident tracker? I want to see this incident tracker. We can save that. Incident tracker. Actually, aircraft arriving, aircraft at airport, or aircraft departing. Wow. Passengers at airport. Hired employees. Alright, so every 10 minutes I'll make it. Conveyor belt, well, there shouldn't be any. Vehicle job tasks. Incident data. Okay, well, what the hell happened there? Why did it go up and then all of a sudden drop and then come back up? I don't like an incident. Now this looks confusing. Oh, income and balances and all that. So it seems like everything seems to be going up in funds, so that's good. And that is very helpful and healthy. Of course, economy. Oh yes, that's right. We were able to set a fee. Why would we set a fee in the bathroom? That's a little stupid. But anyway, landing aircraft, light aircraft landing fee 400. Small stand parking. Okay, so small stand parking and medium stand parking. I'm gonna actually increase that to about 150 and 300. Fuel cost, we're going to increase it. Unfortunately, we have to because we ordered more fuel and need it gone. So everything's going to bump up that little bit. But only for a short time, of course. We're going to reset it back to normal after, of course, that lovely spike in everything. But performance bonus, we're gonna allow a performance bonus of $100 a day. I'm guessing this is. I'm gonna say this is $100 a day. So, you know, I'm gonna give that extra. Executives, the CEO. You know, all that money, all of it. No. I don't understand why this CEO's there, but sure. Janitors, I think what I'm like, I can see that there's a few issues that we need to raise. A 5% increase in service technicians. We don't actually really have you working yet. Performance bonuses for the operational staff. I'm thinking maybe you guys should get like 200. Actually no, not operational. Operational, you guys should be 100 as well. Of course, then again, from security staff, you can have a pay increase of 2%? Yeah, 2%. Airport staff, no percent. Ramp agents, no percent. Service technicians, 0%. And janitors, 5%. Okay. So, let's have a look. Make sure that this is actually gonna work. We definitely don't need a loan, so that's good. What I'm gonna do is, though, as I do have a little bit of money, I'm not gonna actually buy any of this, but we do need to possibly look at this area, but we will look into it shortly. Alright, so it seems like we have some medium flights, it seems like it. Quickly grew and following conditions apply, known conditions. I don't know if any of them actually have really a condition. Yeah, no, it doesn't even look like there's a condition on any of them. But we're happy to take in, planes. Of course, we need to accommodate their planes. So with that, whoa, it's all deserty now. So does that mean we cannot? Of course, that would mean that we can actually have general aviation in here. Actually, no, you can't. Yeah, so the flights cannot be totaled yet. Push? What? A pushback field? Okay. I don't actually know if that's really required. Like, I'm now thinking if we needed a, not terminal, we needed a small, taxi foundation. Or if we need actually a bigger one, because if we need a bigger one, we need to accommodate for that. And if we're going to accommodate for that, we will expand this part here to go. But if we are expanding that part, we need to make sure that we not need to expand this part. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and possibly, I'm going to say possibly, add some notes here. Of course, totally legal of doing that, but anyway. And that is it Um, just trying to have a look at this better, and before then. I think what we'll do is we'll come back to this in the next episode. So we've pretty much done taxiway and um, runway chaos right now. Just trying to get that built and money coming in. So I do hope that you appreciate and like the video. Of course, thanks to King Joe Boss for all the support I've had around Airport CEO, and I hope that, of course, King Joe Boss, you're having a wonderful, lovely day, and that you enjoy this video. And everybody else, I hope that you're also having a wonderful, lovely day. And everybody, take it easy.